They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. And the media are among the most dishonest people anywhere at any time. To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people. It's time. And I look forward to being with you many, many more times in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. We are not going to be taking any questions. Thank you, guys.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
It's not a Muslim ban, but we are totally prepared. It's working out very nicely. You see it at the airports, you see it all over. It's working out very nicely. And we're going to have a very, very strict ban, and we're going to have extreme vetting.
We have people coming into the country, or trying to come in. We're stopping a lot of them. But we're taking people out of the country. You wouldn't believe how bad these people are. These aren't people. These are animals. We're going to build the wall. Mexico's going to pay for the wall. We're going to stop drugs from coming in. I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides. I think there's blame on both sides, and I have no doubt about it, and you don't have any doubt about it either. When I did it, and I was really being tough, and so was he, and we would go back and forth, and then we fell in love. Okay? No, really. He wrote me beautiful letters. No, I think the longer the trade war goes on, the weaker China gets and the stronger we get. We're taking in massive amounts of money, billions and billions of dollars, Steve, as you know. Today we officially open the United States Embassy in Jerusalem. I am announcing today that the United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal. The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord. People came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be. We'll continue and then some because of what we did, but it's the largest, I always say the most massive, but it's the largest tax cut in the history of our country, and reform, but tax cut.
If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so.
He has betrayed our national security, and he will do so again. He has compromised our elections, and he will do so again. You will not change him. You cannot constrain him. He is who he is. Truth matters little to him. What's right matters even less, and decency matters not at all.
The best is yet to come. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations.
The committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I do.
Yeah. And
the virus. They're working hard. Looks like by April, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away. I hope that's true. Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that has him in check, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do, either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that, too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Thinking of if you're totally into that world, which I find to be very interesting. Today, our nation has achieved a medical miracle. We have delivered a safe and effective vaccine in just 9 months. This is one of the greatest scientific accomplishments in history.
How you doing, man? Vote now.
You gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the
You wanna
question
put a lot of
is the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justices,
the
radical
question,
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up,
on,
man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
right.
Gentlemen,
This is,
I think
this
we've
is
ended
so
this.
unprecedented.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
Hello, Georgia. Hello, Georgia. 2 days, can you believe it? 2 days from now, we're going to win this state again. And we're going to win 4 more great years in the White House. Thank you. We will win this, and as far as I'm concerned, we already have won it.
The President-elect of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
The people of this nation have spoken. They've delivered us a clear victory.
If you count the legal votes, I easily win. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us. Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here, we're going to walk down to the Capitol. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. From the China virus, it's a horrible thing that was. You are amazing people. This is a great, great country. It is my greatest honor and privilege to have been your president. What else has to be said, right? What?
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. All persons are commanded to keep silence on pain of imprisonment while the Senate of the United States is sitting for the trial of the article of impeachment exhibited by the House of Representatives against Donald John Trump, former President of the United States.
This pro-Trump insurrection did not spring into life out of thin air. We saw how Trump spent months cultivating America's most dangerous extremist groups. We saw how he riled them up with corrosive lies and violent rhetoric, so much so that they were ready and eager for their most dangerous mission in validating the will of the people to keep Donald Trump in office.
So we have a complete lack of evidence for the article of impeachment presented by the House managers. So why are we here? Politics. Their goal is to eliminate a political opponent.
Mr. Bennett, guilty.
Mrs. Blackburn. Mrs. Blackburn, not guilty.
The yeas are 57. The nays are 43. Two-thirds of the senators present not having voted guilty. The Senate judges that the respondent, Donald John Trump, former President of the United States, is not guilty as charged in the article of impeachment.
That election, the 2020 presidential election, was by far the most corrupt election in the history of our country. There's never been anything like this. They used COVID and they used the mail-in ballots to steal an election.
In this audience who thirst for power but have no love or
discussions, and in that context I made it clear I did not agree with the idea of saying the election was stolen and putting out this stuff, which I told the president was bullshit.
We obtained the never-before-seen raw footage of the president recording his address to the nation that day on January 7th.
This election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay? Yesterday, the court handed down a victory for the Constitution, a victory for the rule of law, and above all, a victory for life.
Hi, everyone. Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
This is not revenge, right? What this is about accountability.
President Trump, will you come speak to us? President Trump?
We today uphold our solemn responsibility to ensure that everyone stands equal before the law.
So instead of being in South Carolina and other states campaigning, I'm stuck here. It's an election interference case. Nobody's ever seen anything like it in this country. It's a disgrace.
Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with felony violations of our national security laws, as well as participating in a conspiracy to obstruct justice.
Threatening me with 400 years in prison for possessing my own presidential papers, which just about every other president has done, is one of the most outrageous and vicious legal theories ever put forward in an American court of law.
The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021, was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. As described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government, the nation's process of collecting, counting, and certifying the results of the presidential election.
When you look at what's happening, this is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. The millions and millions of dollars that went into Joe Biden's pockets with money from foreign countries like Russia, Afghanistan, China, many others. I mean, Joe would be ripe for indictment.
Donald Trump and the other defendants have committed persistent and repeated fraud.
There was no crime. The crime is against me because we have a corrupt district attorney, but we have a corrupt attorney general. but a crooked New York State judge just ruled that I have to pay a fine of $355 million for having built a perfect company. You know, when they let, I think the real number is 15, 16 million people into our country, when they do that, we got a lot of work to do. They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison.
Roberta, can we have a few words, please? Can you come to the mics, please? Can you come to the mics, please?
We'll be appealing this decision. It's a disgrace. I don't even know who this woman is. I have no idea who she is, where she came from.
And we are here because Trump claims, after all that, he has the right to be president again. But our Constitution, our shared charter of our nation, says he cannot do so.
I think that the question that you have to confront is why a single state should decide who gets to be president of the United States. In other words, you know, this question of whether a former president is disqualified for insurrection to be president again is, you know, just say it. It sounds awfully national to me.
You will be arrested.
In watching the Supreme Court today, I thought it's a very beautiful process. I hope that democracy in this country will continue, because right now we have a very, very tough situation with all of the radical left ideas, with the weaponization of politics. They weaponize it like it's never been weaponized before. This has been an incredible experience. The people have been, this is the third time we've won, but this is the biggest one. This is the,
Mr. President, I'm a first-time voter. Can I get a picture with President Trump? And that's what happened.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. We have a big case today in the Supreme Court on presidential immunity. A president has to have immunity. If you don't have immunity, you just have a ceremonial president. You won't have immunity. Meanwhile, the radical left Democrat Party is divided in chaos and having a full-scale breakdown, all because they can't decide which of their candidates is more unfit to be president, sleepy, crooked Joe Biden or laughing Kamala. If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
show his courage, his defiance against somebody who tried to kill him. You will not take this man down.
Let's send Joe Biden back to his basement, and let's send Donald Trump back to the White House.
Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
These United States Mr. Chairman, I stand here humbled, and I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to say I officially accept your nomination to be Vice President of the United States of America.
I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation.
As you know, 3 days ago, we officially defeated the worst president in the history of our country, crooked Joe Biden. So now we have a new victim to defeat, Lion Kamala Harris, Lion, L-Y-I-N apostrophe. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. Will this stage hold them? I'd love to bring them up. Come on, sheriffs, get up here. Mark, come on. I don't know if this stage is going to hold them, but if it doesn't, we've had bigger risks than this. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. And if they come back into our country, they will be told it is an automatic 10-year sentence in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.